We have been talking about the duality. Now let's see how we created this duality. Duality is created by dividing things into two aspects. So like what? First, when a child is born, we are divided, whether male or female. That is the starting point of this division. So they divide into tall, fat, black, white. In every way, they divide you. So then, from the beginning, from the day we are being born, whether we like it or not, we have been divided. So we too, kept on dividing things. So that's the nature of what has been happening. So just imagine if we do not divide things, then what will happen? So I'm not going to talk about it. You just live few days without dividing things. And you will see so many differences in the same things that you have been seeing. When you divide it, how you see it. When you don't divide it, how you see it. So we are talking about the outside world at the beginning. So we kept on dividing and dividing and dividing every time we divide. And we divided the time also. We divide the time into three: past, present and future. Every other thing is we have divided into two. So, first we'll talk about the outside world which we think that we are in. So outside world, when you talk about the outside world or the universe, there are a few laws which I talk about, and there are other people also who has talked about this same laws. Laws of creation, you can call it. So whatever we talk about, we have to stand from one particular place. That means we are existing. Without standing from that point that we are existing, we can't talk or do anything. So first, let's see. So we start from this point. Number one, the law of the universe is we are existing. And the number two is what? We are one. So what do you mean by we are one? Because we are created by the same four elements. That means solid, water, air, and heat. So same four elements are divided in different proportions in different things. So now you can understand why I told you we are one, because we are created by the same elements. But we have different shapes, different looks, different names. Because our proportion of these elements, which the mixture of it is different. So that's the number two law of the universe. Number three is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That I do not have to describe, or you know what it is. Number fourth law of the universe is, except these three laws, everything keeps on changing. Everything keeps on changing every moment. That is how it exists. So these are the four general laws of existence. Future I will explain few more, but these are the main things. So when you know, so when we will take about that we are existing, we don't have to talk about much. We all know that we are existing. Then we go into little to the second one. That means we are one. So that also we know because we are created by the same elements. And when you go deep into little bit more deep into it, what, how are we are being created? We are created by earth. Earth itself only. Earth also created by four elements. Every tree, every animal, we are created by the four elements. And now you know we are part of the world. We are made out of this world. Every tree, every animal, every human is come out of these elements. So we are part of earth, running here and there, on top of the world. So that is how it happens. So we can't separate one from the other because we are one. Now the third law, what you give is what you get, in other words. So, what everybody is looking for, peacefulness, happiness, all that. So if you are looking for that, what you have to do, start giving it. Simple. Start giving it to the people around you. So what you give is what you get. So automatically you practice this. So then you will know that when you start giving happiness, joyfulness, peacefulness to another, automatically you will get it. Because it's a universal law. It will happen. You believe me. So by doing that, you can create a lot of nice surrounding around you. Simply have a smile in your face. You don't have to smile with anyone, but have a smiley face. By doing that, you can make people happy. Very simple way. And it will keep you also happy. Have a smile on your face. Just try this. Have a smile on your face for some time and see what happened to the mind. When you're having a smiley face, automatically the thoughts gets weaker. The thoughts, as much as the thoughts that you have been coming into your mind, will become less and less. This is a very simple technique to get out of thoughts. Just try it and see, it will work. Now, we have been talking about the outside world briefly. Now we have to look into ourselves. What is happening inside us? We all know that we have five senses. From the day that we have been born, we are absorbing things from the outside world. Because we want to know as a child where we are. So we keep on looking and we keep on listening, we keep on tasting, we keep on feeling. So like that, we gather outside information. Through what? through the five senses. So when you gather this information, it automatically gets stored in your brain and it creates a mind. So when the five senses are on, automatically, that you don't have to do anything, it will keep on absorbing or collecting information from outside the world. So it's a natural process. So this happens to everybody. So we keep on absorbing things. But now, check out this. What happens when you fall asleep? When you fall asleep, what happened to you? We don't know whether there is outside world. We don't know who am I. We don't know what happened to my things around me. You don't know who you are. You don't know where you are. You don't know whether you are alive or dead. And you don't know what happened to my family. You don't know where where is my wealth. Because what happened? Your senses were shut down. So when the senses are shut down, you do not gather information. That means what we have lost. That means we do not know who am I. When you wake up in the morning, what happens? Again, the senses are on. When the senses are on, you have the memory and it tells you, this is you and these are things that you have to do today. So you keep on moving like that. So when the senses are off, you don't know who you are. When the senses are on, only that you know who you are. Now let's look in a little bit more deep into this. So before we do that, first we try to understand how we are being created. With what? So we have a physical body, which created by our parents. Then there is a thing called prana or the pranic energy or the energy source which keeps you alive. Aliveness gets into you. Then, because we wanted to know about the outside world, so we gathered information. With that information, we created a thing called mind. So these are the three main things working within us. One is the body, we can call it the hardware, and the mind, we can call it the software. It is the software. And the liveness or prana, that's the energy source. So we have a energy source, and we have a software, and we have a hardware. Now these three units are working together. So we call it a being. I call it a human being. There are three forces or three things combined, like in a computer or a smartphone or a phone. Software, hardware, and energy. So what is the most important thing in this? The energy. So when the energy is not anymore within us, we are dead. As long as when there is energy within us, we are alive. So this is where we will be able to draw a line. Dead and aliveness. So let us see. These are three units which has to work together. Now you look into yourself and see, are these three things working hand in hand with each other? Prana is there, or the aliveness is there always. But look at the other two. Does your mind know what the body is doing? Or do you aware of what your mind is thinking? No, it keeps on going on its own. So this is kind of a issue all of us, all the humans, we'll only talk about the humans, but all the humans are having. Now as an example, imagine that you're having a shower or sitting in the commode or toilet. So you are doing something else, but your mind is not there with you. Mind has gone somewhere else, thinking of something else. So every time when you are doing something, you don't have awareness of what you are doing. You are not aware of. When you are thinking also, you don't have aware of. You are not aware of what is happening inside your brain. That means, one, there are three people in this house. The main two people does not know about each other, what they are doing, and their whereabouts. So this is a big issue that we are having. That is why we get exhausted and we lose energy. As I told you, because there are five senses always on as long as you are awake. So, we are always, these senses are like taps, like water taps, always open, pouring down water. That means the energy inside you always consumed. Then you start thinking, more energy is consumed. So more you think, always you consume more energy. That means you are exhausted. So human, we have something special than other beings. We have a dual awareness. That means when you are sad, we know we are sad. When you are happy, we know we are happy. When you are running, we know we are running. When you are tired, we know we are running. We are tired. So like that. So we have always a dual awareness. So this awareness always focus, if the awareness is focused into two different aspects, then what will happen to you? While you are thinking something, you are doing something else. While you are doing something, you are thinking of something else. So that means you are not totally there. You are partially there, but totally you are not there because your total awareness is divided. So if you first what you have to do before we do anything, we have to collect, we have to unite it, or you have to find a way to unite these three units together: mind, body, and prana, or pranic energy, or the liveness. At the beginning, we'll keep the liveness is always there. It has its ups and downs. So let it be away. First, we try to correct the mind and body together. Simply, what you have to do to unite or keep these two together. You can find a solution for this. You think of something. When? What time? What time means with what? That I or my mind and my body was together. You think something of your own. It could be vary to different people. So then you will understand. You can find a way, easy way, because I'm not going to describe it. You find it. So then you can keep by doing. That means simply you do. You like something. So when you do really like something, and when you're doing it, that means you are doing something that you are enjoying. Then these two are together. Now you look into another angle of it. When you have too much pain, physical pain or mental pain, what happens? Again, these two are together. When you have when you have tooth, imagine that you have a toothache, a bad toothache. Can you think of something else? No, because you are aware of. Automatically, you become aware of the pain. So these two are two different extremes of the same pain and pleasure. So at both of these situations, our mind is together. Or in another way, you can practice this by doing things you like or thinking what you like to do. You can keep these two units together. Or start practicing like by knowing, by focusing your awareness to what you are doing. When you're having a shower in a hot day or in a cold day, you're having a hot shower, how do you feel? You feel very nice. But how far do you enjoy this? Maybe 2, 3 minutes. Then what happens? Your mind starts thinking of something else, what you have to do next. Then what will happen? Do you feel the hotness or the coldness of the water? No. Pouring down in your body. You don't feel it. You are somewhere else. So when these two are not together, what happens? You are not feeling totalness. You are partially feeling something, but it is not total. So when these two units are together, you feel total. You feel nice. So practice this. I'm talking about a technology, a method, a way to do it. So simply start from one point, thing. Start doing it. Then one day you will find out. Now my mind and body, or the software and the hardware, is combined. They are holding hands together, walking in the same direction. So when these two are working in the same direction, working together, at least for some time in like few hours in your day, at least few hours in your day, you will feel a difference. So when you feel the difference, you want to do it more and more. Because why? It is comfortable and it is nice. Then you will feel exhausted in the evening. So try this and see it, whether it's true or not. Try to combine these two. Then automatically the energy source has less wastage. So you will have more power in your body, more aliveness in your body, more happiness in your body, less stress. So this is a very simple way to regain yourself. Have a union with these two units first, then automatically you don't have to do anything to combine your pranic energy or aliveness. By doing this, you will automatically find that now I am feeling much better. I have more energy inside me, I have less thoughts, and I am more calm and more relaxed. So, first, you have to experience this. In the next episode, next thing, we'll talk about little more into this.